Today I wanted to do a product review of a couple sticks and mallets that I use quite frequently, that are in my mallets and sticks that are always in my stick bag, on my Go stick bag. And so I first wanted to talk about these guys right here. And these are Massimo mallets. These are actually suspended mallets. I have about 3 or 4 different pairs of mallets, and these are my favorite to use. Basically because they're universal for me. I can use them on just about everything. I've used these on dozens of recordings. I don't even remember how many shows or concerts or worship services I've used these on, but these are a must for me if I'm going to grab a pair of mallets. These are the pair of mallets that I'm going to grab. I've had these now for about 5 years, the same mallets. Now, I'm not a classical percussionist per se, although I have been classically trained to an extent. My graduate degree is in music, ethnomusicology actually, and I've been taking many lessons over the last 20 years in percussion. However, I don't play in a symphony orchestra, so I'm more of a contemporary percussionist. I've done some classical work, but I'm mainly in the contemporary side of things. And you know, classical percussionists will improvise with different mallets as well. Many do. I just said that to say that, I mean, I basically just I've used these on timpanis, and they're not timpani mallets, but they have worked for various sessions and recordings and sounds that I was looking for and needed to do, and they have held up the test of time. To say that you can have a mallet that you have used in a countless number of occasions and they still look like this after 5 years is impressive. Now it's a form of a very flexible handle that it's actually made of, and these are actually the Massimo mallets, Massimo. The company is by Brian Massimo out of Zion, I believe, Illinois, the Chicagoland area, greater Chicago area. And it anyways, it's the MM720. I'm showing this to you, but it's probably backwards on the video there. But the MM20 mallet, I love it. It's just universal, but very flexible. There are some marks in here that I've really abused these things, but I mean, they have stood the test of time. Now, what I really love about these mallets is what the actual mallet is made out of. And you see that? It's actually made out of hemp. And if you notice, if you take a really close look, there's not a whole lot of fraying at all in this guy. I mean, that's impressive for the amount of recordings, concerts that I have used these on. They feel great in my hands. They are a little, they're quite long. They are suspended mallets. They're quite long, and you know, because of the flexibility of the actual mallet, what it feels like, sometimes they don't feel as fast in my hands, but I love them. I love them. I really don't have anything negative to say about these mallets, and I highly recommend anyone looking for a universal pair of mallets that's going to stand the test of time. These were handed to me as a gift by Brian Massimo, the founder of Massimo Mallets, in Waukegan, Illinois, actually in Wisconsin, Illinois, during a family reunion. And I was playing in the family reunion band with several of my biological family members, my uncles, including a few very long-time friends who've been friends of the family for decades. And Brian Massimo is one of them. And after we played, he handed me a bag of these mallets, and I have absolutely fallen in love with them. So thank you so much, Brian Massimo Mallets. These are amazing. If you attend PASIC, he's there every year. He has great distribution for his mallets, legit, right? And but yeah, these are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mallets. Yeah, I could go on and on about these things. They're some of my favorite percussion items in probably a collection of almost 200 some odd instruments. Anyways, another stick that I have, and this is the only stick for this particular product review of this video, is the Hornet 5A. Now, you may have seen these online. They're very interesting looking drumsticks. What I love about them is not only the look and the color, but the shape is a tapered shape. It fits great in my hand. I don't play a whole lot of music where I need a 5A. I don't do a whole lot of rock. And also the circular beat here, I normally do a finer tip, especially for cymbal work. But these work on a lot of applications that I use, especially if I'm playing a big bass drum or floor toms that are really large floor toms that have like skin or hair are still on it and it has that really dead thuddy sound, and I need some weight. These drumsticks are larger than what I'm used to playing with, but if I'm playing something that's a little more rock and I need to get a little more volume, they feel really good. But what I really love about these sticks, aside from the aesthetics, is the grooves on the end. It has that Hornet look, right? Like a bee or a hornet, but those are actually O-rings, rubber O-rings on the end, and they're sitting in grooves. And these are the same O-rings. I mean, you can find these at a hardware store, but these are the same ones that have been on since I've had these, and I had these now for about 2 years, 2.5, almost 3 years. And yeah, but I'm really big about aesthetics, and when I hold these in my hands and I look at them, they inspire me to play, to make music. But what I love is you're playing on this side, you know, and then if you need to switch to an orchestral cymbal swell, you can go right to the end here with these rubber O-rings and play on a ride cymbal or whatnot and get that without the wood articulation of the stick. I love that. I mean, to be able to switch back and forth. Now you could just take a regular O-ring and put it on drumstick. I've done that before, but the way this is tapered and the circular feel of it, how it's not just like a regular stick, it just has the butt end of it without a tip, but it actually is bigger on this side, and so there's more weight on the butt of the stick, the end of the stick there. And then you have 3 O-rings. This one's lost one, I need to replace it. But this one, it has that weight to it, so when you play it, it totally has that feel of a mallet, and it really projects that as well. So yeah, Hornets, I'll place a link to the Massimo Mallets as well as to the Hornets on the video. But yeah, these are the 2 products that I wanted to talk about today. The Massimo suspended cymbal made out of hemp. This thing is like virtually indestructible, but soft enough to just get that really soft, just the tone of the actual cymbal itself. Oh, I love these things. And the Hornets. I mean, they're more on the expensive side of sticks, but they've held up very well. And I mean, man, if you want some sticks to get some attention, these will do it. So there's those sticks, and yeah, I'll see you next time.